What's happening, guys? Paladin here, and welcome to another deck profile. Today, as promised, I'm gonna show you the deck that I'm playing right now, real life. I'm not playing branded right now. I play Invoked with Eldlich for multiple reasons. First of all, because I'm kind of bored to play like 3 or 4 mirror matches per each tournament, and secondly, I've lent my branded deck to my fiance. So let's get straight to the deck profile. Before I start, this deck is very consistent. It's very powerful. Going first, it's amazing. It's very difficult to break its board, and going second, it can break boards, and post siding it's very strong. So let's get straight to it. 3 Aleister the Invoker, the best card and the best normal summon in the game. 3 Magical Meltdown, 1 Terraforming, pretty standard, and 2 Invocations. This is the invoked part, very standard. Let's move on to the Dogmatika one. 2 Nadir Servants, 1 Ecclesia, 1 Fleur de Lis, 1 Punishment. Very standard. You don't need more copies of Ecclesia. 1 Flare is fine, 1 Punishment is fine. Let's move on to the Eldlich cards. 2 Lords, amazing card in my opinion. 3 Eldlands, 3 Scarlets, 3 Conquistador, and 1 Haquero. This is a standard Eldlich engine. It's very good because it provides you resources every turn, and you always have a searchable pop or a banish from the grave. This is very good for Enforcer or stuff that you want to remove from your opponent's graveyard. So this is for the Eldlich part. Now for the Magician Souls engine, 3 and 1. 2 and 2 is also correct in my opinion. Like if you have 2 of these, play 2 and 2. This is one of the reasons I don't play branded in this deck, because if you play branded fusion or any other branded cards that lock you into fusions, you can't link away Magician Souls. So that's another reason I don't play branded right now. I find Anaconda into Dragoon or Enforcer a better way to bring out the bosses, and an easier way also. So this is for the Magician Souls engine. Now the standard Dragoon engine, 1 Magician, 1 Dragon, 1 spell. Very standard. You can play 2 of these if you want. 1 is fine for me. I don't want to open it, honestly. Illusion of Chaos helps with the bricks, to shuffle them back sometimes. This is for the Dragoon engine. And like the previous profiles, 3 skill drains. Going first, this is not a win. It's an amazing card. You can remove it whenever you want, either with Golden Lord's effect from the graveyard or with Magician Souls, because Magician Souls can remove it from the board even if it's face up as a cost, because it sends for cost when you want to draw. So you can send this one if you want. So this was basically the main deck cards. And now the hand traps. 3 Ash Blossoms, pretty standard. 3 Ghost Ogre for the Brave engine. Everyone plays Brave tokens at my locals, and 3 Impermanencies. Some other hand traps that are very good if you don't want to play Impermanence is a Ghost Bell, first of all. Veilers also, and this is basically the main deck. 45 cards. It may not be 40, but it's very consistent. Magician Souls helps with this. Another card that you can play instead of Souls is Prosperity. Let's move on to the extra. 2 Mechas for the Invoked Engine, 1 Purga Trio and 1 Goides. You can also play Raids in for the, Flawanderies matchup. I don't really need it right now, and the extra is very tight, so I chose not to. If you have the space, just run it. 1 Dragoon. I choose to play Dragoon and not Enforcer, because this deck already has a searchable pop into Conquistador every turn, so it doesn't really need Enforcer in my opinion. Dragoon is a better choice because first of all it's a negate on board, so it protects your back row. Secondly, it's a big body, so even with skill drain on board, it's not really easy to get over him. And going second is very easy to OTK with this card. Like, its engine, it's worse than Enforcers, but as a card, Dragoon is better in my opinion. 1 Titanic Lad for the Dogmatika engine, 1 entity. If I could, I would play 2, but the extra is very tight because I run 1 Venom and 1 Dragostopelia for the branded matchup. So obviously, as you can understand, I side Super Police for that matchup. Now let's go to the links. I play 1 BLS, very good card. I love it in this deck. 1 Anaconda for Dragoon. The Dark Charmer link, very good to steal your opponent's Enforcer or Dragoon from the graveyard. 1 Link Spider. This one is to link away the Eldlich traps and go into Anaconda or BLS or whatever. 1 Almirage and 1 Artemis, to have an easy Mechaba or an easy Purga Trio if you want. 15 cards. As I said, I would like to play second entity, but there is no space right now in this deck. I would like to not show the side deck right now because I have some big tournaments to attend and nuts next month. So I'm trying, to find the perfect list. It's either this one or branded. To be honest, it's very difficult for me to not play Aleister, a deck with Aleister. I basically play this deck since 2018, and it's not easy for me to to just abandon it and play another deck. As I said, this deck is very strong. Yesterday I went X1 at my locals. I've only lost to 1 branded, but I know the branded matchup really well, so it's kind of easy for me to to counter it post side deck. So this was basically the deck profile. It's very strong, it's consistent. You can add branded fusion if you want. In case you want to add branded cards, you can cut the vanillas for the Dragoon, or to or Magician Souls, and add 3 branded fusions, 1 Albaz, the Hex if you want to play Dragoon, or branded opening in this deck with 1 Aluber or 2. I choose not to play branded right now. I believe that this list is very solid, very consistent. I've been testing this since months. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below. I owe you a Dark Lord branded deck profile. I know that. It's coming up really soon, and see you next time.